Doppler 3000 weather with Miles Muzio.
Good evening, everybody. A hot one out there today and a hot one tonight. I have to tell you, the humidity is sky high. Let's check out the forecast first for this evening. We're going to see muggy conditions. It even looks a little foggy, hazy, hot and muggy out there, doesn't it? And it is. Look for temperatures to not get much below the mid-70s and a few showers rolling in right around sunrise. Along the shoreline, look for mugginess, a little bit of haze, a little bit of late-night fog. Nothing too dense, but a few showers possible. The air is dense. Temperatures in the 70s. And today, temperatures got up into the 90s at a couple of spots. 95 in Providence, and right behind me over here, 96 degrees at Bridgeport, the warmest in the entire state. And in the New York City area, JFK got up to 99 degrees. Sort of unusual to see that. Right now it's 77, but look at the dew point, 74, so it's very thick air out there. With the light southeast wind, and in New Haven right now, 77 with a 72. Whenever the dew point is up into the 70s, it's just really, really humid outside. And that's the case tonight. We've got temperatures in the 70s everywhere, except it's still 84 at Bridgeport, and the dew points are still sky high into the 70s as well. You can see we do have some clouds moving in from the west. In fact, even a few showers as we look at this. You'll notice the showers are making their way through the western part of New York State, and there's even a severe thunderstorm watch out there. But there are a few showers right here beginning to pop up. Check out Doppler 3000 right now, and you'll notice that we do have them actually on our radar. Here's Connecticut, and you can see these just coming into radar view. They're moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour, and I've extrapolated the time out to about 4 o'clock in the morning. They should get to the western portion of the state. And looking at the big picture once again, we do have a front coming, and that front is going to be slicing on through the western part of New York and be getting here sometime tomorrow. But it's not going to bring much in the way of any cool air. Look at these high temperatures for tomorrow, up into the 90s most spots. So another hot day. And as we go into tomorrow, the showers in the morning, as I had mentioned, they'll be getting here right around sunrise. They should not be severe like they are now. This is just not tomorrow morning is not the time that you would expect that sort of thing. But then the front goes through, and as we go into Wednesday, it's going to dry out, and it will still be hot, though. This is not a cold front with a lot of cold air. Here's the forecast for tonight. We're looking at temperatures to get down only 70 to 75 degrees. Look for a few showers after about 3 o'clock in the morning. And then for tomorrow, some showers in the morning, and then I think we'll see some improvement in the afternoon. It'll still be a hot day with a high temperature, 90 to 95 degrees. Tomorrow will be the 18th day this year that we've had 90-degree weather, and that is normal for an entire year. And then as we go into Wednesday, a little bit drier, but still hot, and so we're going to see warm temperatures above normal all the way until about Friday. The weekend is looking cooler, though.
All right, thank you, Miles. We were just talking about our breaking story that we have an update on right now.
The potential loss of a piece of Connecticut history. Fire is racing through an historic factory on the fringes of downtown Hartford.
It's an abandoned factory, but an historic one, as Dennis mentioned as well. The Capewell Horse Nails Factory, where years ago they made horseshoes and nails. The concern is it's close to the St. Cyril and Methodius Church, so that has firefighters a little concerned.
That's also an historic church. Channel 3's Kara Sunland is on the scene. She spoke to a priest at St. Cyril's who says they are very concerned about embers landing on their historic roof. We hope to have a live report a little bit later on if we can do it, and if not, we'll have another update for you coming up. We'll be right back.
The Yankees go on the road looking to secure their spot atop the AL East. Watch as the Bronx Bombers take on A-Rod and the Rangers. Yankees-Rangers, Tuesday at 8 on Channel 3.
Updating our top story, a fire is raging right now at an abandoned factory on the fringe of downtown Hartford.
Channel 3's Kara Sunland joins us now on the Eyewitness Newsline with the very latest. Kara, what's going on?
Well, right now, Dennis and Denise, the fire is still fully involved. It's a 3-story brick building that we're talking about that's part of the old Capewell manufacturing plant where many remember in the Hartford area they used to make nails. And it's also right across from the Cyril and Methodius Church. This is in Sheldon Charter Oak neighborhood. Now, the danger, of course, is that there are a lot of historic buildings around here, though I'm told that although the fire is burning fiercely right now, they do have it controlled. They've actually set up water lines around the Cyril Methodius Church and other buildings. I'm told those aren't threatened right now. You can still smell the smoke in the air. It's thick around here. At one point, the flames were actually shooting 40 feet above the building. In fact, when we first got here, the flames were far above treetop level, though the Hartford Fire Department has gotten a pretty good handle on that so far, though they tell me it's far from over. They're going to be here probably several more hours. And another thing that they're battling, Dennis and Denise, is the heat. They wear 47 pounds of gear, and right now it is a steamy, probably at least in the upper 80s, if not you know, obviously it was in the 90s today. Very hot out here. And they actually have a rehabilitation unit set up for them to drink water and rotate and go through air conditioning, because that is another element that they're fighting besides the fire. Dennis, Denise.
Kara, briefly I want to ask you, what are they doing to try to save St. Cyril's? Are they taking any of the historic artifacts inside the church outside?
No, in fact, I just spoke to the priest, and right now there is no danger. I want to repeat, there's no danger to Cyril and Methodius Church other than it is right across the street. But the fire is under control enough. They've not gotten in there to take things out. The priest was standing right by here just watching it. The concern earlier was about embers that possibly could splatter onto the church and perhaps cause a fire in the steeple. That is no longer a concern, and at this point, unless something different happens, which we know can happen in situations like this, I'm told the church is not in danger. A bunch of firefighters are just standing by it just in case.
Carol, we have time for one last quick question. Any injuries that you've heard about?
No. In fact, the building, we should say, is vacant. It's a very old building, thought to be developed possibly for apartments down in this area to revitalize it, but there are no injuries. Even the firefighters right now, because of this rotating process, they're okay. No heat exhaustion or anything like that, and because the building is vacant, there are no injuries tonight.
Good to hear. Channel 3's Kara Sunland in downtown Hartford tonight, right on the fringe of downtown, actually.
All right, we're going to do the lottery numbers now?
Check them.
All right, let's do it. The play 3, 058.
Play 4 is 8344. Cash 5 is 6818, 26 and 31.
And the Mass Daily, 6690. We'll be right back.
Wake up with 3 starting at 5 tomorrow morning for late-breaking coverage of overnight news.
Plus your local weather on the 3s every 10 minutes and live time-saver traffic reports.
The Yankees continue their 12-game road trip tonight, opening a 3-game set in Texas. New York has won 8 of 11 as they send El Duque to the mound against Kenny Rogers, who's already vetoed 1 trade. But there are still 2 days left before the trade deadline. Now, if Rogers wants to stay in Texas, maybe he should tank this start. Well, he probably didn't have that in mind when the Yanks roasted him in the first 2-on for Jason Giambi. He drove in Soriano with a single to center to open the scoring. Then it's Bernie Williams, RBI single of his own to score Jeter. The Yanks added another on an errant pickoff throw from Rogers that allowed Giambi to score. Pitching coach Orel Hershiser probably felt like taking over himself, but in the 4th, Jorge Posada gets all of this one. 18th on the season. It's 4-0. And then, with Ventura aboard, Rondell White would take one down and away, drive it deep.
That one is driven to
left center field. This was a 2-run shot, made it 6-0. Check out the guy with the beer, makes the grab, doesn't even spill the beer. The Yanks win this one 9-2, so the Yanks lead over the Red Sox now 4.5 games. Boston got underway about an hour and a half ago in Anaheim. Right now that's 3-3 in the 4th. In the Eastern League, the Navigators took game 1 of their doubleheader with Binghamton. Game 2 is tied at 3 in the 7th. The Ravens beat Trenton 8-2. And the more Tiger Woods dominates, the more the golf world tells us, yeah, but could he beat Nicklaus in his prime? Well, he teamed up with Jack Nicklaus tonight, and they beat Sergio and Lee Trevino in that Battle of the Bighorn, 3-up with 2 holes to play.
That'd be fun to watch.
You know, it was. Believe me, I watched it.
It was. All right. Thanks, Mark.
All right.
And that'll do it for the Nightbeat tonight. Thanks for sharing your time with us.
More on that breaking news at 5 a.m. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night.